Hey, hey, hey. What's happening? Welcome to Get Rich 101. I know you're not used to seeing me on Mondays. You're not used to seeing me on Mondays because I'm usually trading. But today we're doing something special, something fancy. If it works out, we're going to do it ongoing. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to show you what I would be doing on a typical day. This is not a typical day because everything's closed because of Martin Luther King Day, right? So stocks are closed. The stock market is closed. The stock market's closed. So you're not seeing me, be stressed or anything like that because there's no, there's no live market. But the market will open tomorrow. The market will open tomorrow. So let me just show you what I've done thus far, folks. So you can jump right in. Oh, before I do that, let me remind you that I'm simply telling you what I do. I'm simply telling you what I do for my little situation, and do not take what I say as a way to um, well, add your own research to it. Add your own research to what I'm telling you. All right. Okay. So this is what we got. What you see over here are the two stocks that I'm holding. Excuse me. Those of you who don't know, I'm getting over the flu, so the cough is still with me a little bit. So excuse me. So we've got XHG and BTCT. Right? You see those? See those two? Right, they're the only two available on the screen, right? Well, I do them in order. So XHG is something that I traded. Well, I think about a week ago. I jumped in on it. I don't even remember why, to be honest with you. But it didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. It didn't go north in terms of good profits. It went south in terms of negative profits. And so because it's going negative, I held on. I held on mainly because my friend who's been following me has been creating some movement by going south and just waiting for it to come back north. And so I was like, all right, let me try this her strategy on this one. So as you can see, if you go across to the right hand side, you see movement, price, and after hours. It's got negative 5.26%. So it's down. It's down from where I bought it, right? And so it is going to stay there until I decide to sell it. Now I might sell it. I might sell it because I kind of like being clean and over with. Like win or lose, at least you're over with. You you've gotten over with, and now you got to move on to the next thing. So that's kind of what I like, and that's what I think I'm kind of leaning towards. But we'll experiment with this one. All right. So my next code is BTCT. BTCT. Now I'm just telling you the symbols because I don't even look to see what the names are. I don't even look to see what the names are. I learned that from Timothy Sykes because he's dealing in so many penny stocks. He doesn't bother not figuring out the name. So I was like, what? You can do this without even knowing what the name is, without even knowing what the company is? He's like, yeah. So I've done that forcefully by just paying attention to the symbol. So BTCT. Now let's click it here. Let's see if I double click it. That's not working. Let's see what else. Oh, here we go. It's just moving slow. Moving slow. Okay, here we go. So I've got to show you on. Hey, where's the ending? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So Let me see if this does this for me exactly. So I usually do this on my phone, not on the computer. So let me see if it syncs up. Let's see. All right, so let me put it on. I have to put it on account range to be the same. So I'm gonna put on like um, 30 minutes, 20 minutes or so. Oh, this one doesn't have 20 minutes. So I'll go 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. So yes, this is what it's showing you is the chart the stock market up until Friday, end of the day Friday. In fact, let me change the count range again to 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it half an hour. I'm gonna leave it at half an hour. Yeah. So on my phone though, it shows a whole little section beyond that that's called the aftermarket. Well, I don't know if that's really what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it, the aftermarket. So aftermarket happens after the stock market closes. So this was my plan. This was my weekend hustle, weekend hustle. So I was going to trade on Friday. Now, Friday, this cough, this flu that I had was killing me. I mean, it was hurting. It was hurting so bad, and I had such a hard time keeping my eyes open. I was struggling. I was trying to get in my last bid before the accounts closed, and I was hanging on to like 350, 55, 56 because you really want to well, I find that I want to get as close to end as possible. So I want to get as close to 4 p.m. because that's when the market closes, 4 p.m. So I want to get 359, 358, 357. I want to be right in there. I wanted to get something that was going up because my assumption is that it's going to keep going up. Now, that's my own assumption. There are other people that play it going down and then going back up, right? But I play this one mostly going up, mostly going up. So you can see it right here. You can see it. There's a doji candle, which is this one in the middle. This one, let's call it a doji, which is very funny because it means oh, that's what it really means. I mean, my interpretation of it means oh, and then there's this green, green, and then there's a red bringing it down, right? And then there's a small green, right? So I was thinking, all right, the reds in here, one, two, three, four. I mean, there are less in these than the greens. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Right. So I decided to go with BTCT, and I bought it on Friday. Now, what I can show you on my phone, which I can't show you on the map here because it's not showing me my aftermarket time. But on my aftermarket time on my phone, it shows me that my aftermarket has gone up to what's it? Eight. Let me see what's this say. 8.21. Right. So that's what it's showing you for the end of the day. 8.21. Right. But here on my phone, see if you can see this bit. There's a little. There's a little dead zone mark, aftermarket mark. See, so here on my phone, it goes further than it does on the computer. It goes further than it does on the computer. Now, here it says I've gotten to 8.52. 8.52. So that's a change in cents, but it's up. it's up, right? Now I could just sell. I could just say I could just settle now. I could because after market time, I could just go in and sell it now at 352 and take my gain, right? But but I'm banking on the piggyback. That's what I call it. So what I'm hoping for is that on Tuesday morning at 9:30, in the first couple minutes, I mean the first couple minutes, it's going to go up before it settles into whatever it's going to do. Now I like to trade that initial that initial piggyback. That's what I call it, and then just pull out because I like to be done well before my show comes on, right? And tomorrow I'll be going to be doing this before my show, so woo, you know, I want to be done and not distracted while my show's going on because I tried to do this during my show before. It did not work out. It did not work out. So I want to be done with my show, right? So I'm trying to ride the piggyback. I'm gonna ride it up and and sell it as it rises up. And then if it goes down south, it goes even higher. I'm not worried about it because I already got mine. I already worried about it. I'm not worried about it because I already got mine. Okay. So let me see what questions and comments I've gotten so far. Oh, okay. Lots of questions and comments. Let's see what we got. Oh, B King. Thank you, B King. That's B King, my fiance, poking in. There's Fatima West poking in. You guys are both inviting your circles. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's see. Um, you are. I am not a financial advisor. I share what works for me and my wife. That should give me my quote. Um, initial physical back. What do I mean by that? Mm, I don't remember saying that. Um, what did I say that in reference to? I let the respond to that when she gets back. And oh no. So what's this fee? Initial physical back? Oh, piggyback. Oh, so piggyback. Thank you for my fiance coming in from the side. So piggyback is simply a name that I created to mean something different than what it is. So that just made it more messy. So what I'm saying is that everything has its own language. Everything you do, you want to make bracelets, you gotta learn the language. You want to make a movie, you gotta learn the language. So same thing with stocks. So there are certain things that they are gravitate grav, gravitating towards, right? So some of the names are a little bit, uh, you know, not the best names. You know, just to me, to my this thing, yeah, nicknames. So like there was one. So there's one called swingers. Like if you want to be a swinger, that means that you trade the stock like every couple of days, right? You hold it for a day, a couple of days, couple yeah, a couple of days, maybe a whole week before you trade out, right? That's what I was just explaining that my friend does. But I tend to get in, get out pretty quickly. Like that's what I'm really focused on. I'm really focusing on the weekend hustle. Really focus on the weekend hustle because the PDT rule means that you can only trade 3 times per week. 3 times per week. 3 times per week. Now you may feel like that's not enough, but if you play with it enough, you'll see that it's way more than enough, right? And that's how you gotta piece yourself out. But anyway, what I'm saying is my thing is called, what is it actually called now? It's called scalping. Yeah, it's called scalping. I'm like, what do you mean, like Indians? Like the whole, like that whole um thing of lore where they cut off heads and cut off their scalps and like scalping. So anyway, the term makes me uncomfortable. So I replace it with piggyback. just piggyback. I'm just playing piggyback. And so what I mean is that that's what I'm doing. Um, in short for piggyback. So I've changed I've changed the word trading to for me, which is piggyback. So if you want to look it up, you want to look up trading. Trading trading wait a minute. What did I just say? Uh piggy scalping. Yes, thank you, Fee. Thank you, Fee. So scalping. So you want to look that up because you will see that it's just a short period of time. It's a short period of time. Like as you know, I've been talking about selling this up in the first few minutes. Come tomorrow, come 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. In and out quickly, in and out quickly. So that is called a scalping trade, right? Because you want to get in, get out, right? Now I'm basing that. I'm kind of mixing that with a swingers trade because I'm doing it for over the weekend. So Friday to Monday, Friday to Monday, Friday to Monday, Friday to Monday. So I'm trying to use my quote there, my first payment, my first um, my first bid of the day, end of the week, right? And then the next week, Friday to Monday, I'm going to take my next two orders and use them there. Use one more, and then and then another one towards the end of the week. So that's what I'm trying to develop as my kind of schedule. Fridays must happen. Fridays, 3 p.m. I got to be settled somewhere, and I can get my trade done. Because I almost did not get it done because of my sickness. I almost did not get it done, but I got it in. I got it in. So that got me in, and then I'm gonna carry that over to Monday. Carry that over to Monday, and see things like this happen. Monday is a holiday today, and so I'm stuck with holding the meat as it grows, and then I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. Check it out tomorrow. Okay. Now, any other questions? Uh, I don't see any, but I'm gonna give it a second to hold for any questions because I'm sure I've said something already that wasn't clear. And yeah, we can wait a few minutes while I get some questions, get some questions. So let's see what we can find out. See what we can find out. And if not, I'll just go ahead and talk it out some more. So, any questions? Going once, going twice. B King said she got a question coming from the background. You got a question. Okay. So she's got a question coming. We got one coming from B King. And while we're doing that, so I want to explain to you that you can access the information from wherever. You can access it from my computer here, right? Or you can access from my phone here. But the information is different. You know what I mean? The information is different. See, what I just discovered that on my computer, it was only eligible for let's see, where is it? Here, the time capsules, the time things. It's 15 minutes and it skips to 30 minutes, right? Well, on the phone, it lets you do 20 minutes. And that's what I've been using as my time schedule, 20 minutes. So this one doesn't have 20 minutes. So I got to figure that out, like why I can't have the same number. And I think it's one of those things that keep you confused. Where I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's one of those things that you have to keep in mind. Like I can look on screen at my laptop, but then I need to look at my phone to really do something. And here is everything is connected to my accounts and everything, and so I can make a difference there. All right. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. Here's King got a question in. What's different in what I'm sharing versus what most people get from having wealth advisor? Uh, well, what comes to mind is that having a wealth advisor is critical in all efforts, in all things, because I, we went to see our wealth advisor Friday. We went together and we talked to him about everything, including this, including my trading. And he gave me a brilliant idea, and I was like, "Why didn't I think of that? Like, it would not have occurred to me. Like, and I see now that that it's gonna work. It's gonna work." And so what he did was he had me stop focusing on Webull and open myself up to holding the money in in think before you swim is a is an offshoot of Charles Schwab, right? It's just another thing that they own, right? So think before you swim is like a smaller, well, not smaller, a separate entity that deals specifically with trading, right? And then the money that's in trading, then, um, well, how can I put this easily? Well, it's like I was trying to think of the money to take out of my Charles Schwab and put it into my Webull. Or, but my financial advisor is like, why not leave it within Charles Schwab? And I was like, what? I mean, did not occur to me. Did not occur to me. Now it's occurred to me. It feels great. It feels great because I'll be able to trade on that. I'll be able to trade on that much easier than if I had to transfer the money. So it's great to have a wealth advisor to advise you on whatever. And I'll give you another example that when Bitcoin has been going through the roof, going through the roof. It's a first time level of $100,000 per Bitcoin. For those of you that have a whole Bitcoin, I applaud you. You still got a full Bitcoin. I applaud you for having one coin equal $100,000. That's crazy. But anyway, I got interested and I called my financial advisor with my dad on the phone, and we asked him straight up, like, "What's up with this Bitcoin?" He was like, I wouldn't advise it." And this is what he advised. He advised us to use 2% of our income on no 2% of what we have inside inside Charles Schwab to invest in that. And I was like, well, that's not that much, right? And so I just decided not to do it at all. But there are some ways that you can buy into it. There are, Charles Schwab has some interesting things you can buy, but I figure I'm just going to hold on to what I know works. What I know works, right? And so having someone to bounce that off of having someone to bounce it off of who is well knowledgeable about everything is very helpful. It's very helpful. So that's the main difference I have in in talking to a wealth advisor. Because you know, I would not be as far as I am now without a wealth advisor. I mean, just because of how he's he's talking to me and what he's talking about, I would definitely not be in the same space. Definitely not be in the same space. Okay, so I'm gonna take a drink of tea and see if anyone else has something to say. Because I'm doing this as a kind of uh, a experiment. But what I want to do on Mondays, hold on one second. On Mondays, I want to come on here live and actually show my bids as I well actually it'll be after I do them because my bids are going to happen at 9:30 and this show starts at 9:45. So it'll be this. It'll be like this is what just happened. This is what I just did. I closed it out, done, end of story, and that's it until the next round. So that gives you a lot of time to really drink it in, and play with it a little bit because it's it's complicated, but not as complicated as you might think. As you might think. Okay, so I don't see any other questions. I'm trying to get out of the sun, as you can tell. I'm trying to get out of the sun. Sun's about to beam down on me. Yep, it's beaming down on me. Let me slide on out the sun. Ah, okay, so I'm gonna drink some tea while I wait for any other questions. This is also a test for me because I get nervous about silence, and so usually when there's silence, I just cut the show off. And so this is designed for me to be comfortable with the silence. Comfortable with the silence. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Oh, B King said I should share Nelson's story. So I've been sick this weekend. Thank goodness I haven't coughed during the show. And I went to a local I went to local my normal hospital, but they were closed over the weekend. So I went to an urban urgent care. And thankfully I'd been there before and had everything. They gave me three prescriptions to knock it out. And I came home and I had to lay down. I lay down by the front. This is when I was trying to get my 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 bids in. This was three Friday at 3 p.m. I was trying to get my bids in, and Nelson jumped off the bed. I was like, "Where's Sekou?" And it saw me, and it ran towards me, put his face up, and said, "What's wrong?" You know what I mean? See, it starts to come on when I start to laugh. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. So he checked me out, and then I got up because he was pressuring me, and I got up and I walked the way up to the bed. He followed me, and then he got comfortable in the bed. So funny cat, funny cat. Oh no, oh no. Okay, I think I made it without a cough. Yeah, but it's great to have both of them taking care of me. But I've been down in the gutters there. I'm surprised I did this show without coughing so far. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, and that's what we got today. And we'll see how it is in terms of feedback. And if you like it, we'll keep it going, and we'll talk about very briefly what happens in terms of my media buys on the platform. All right. Okay, folks, I will see you later. Remember that now is better than perfect. This is straight up a now is better than perfect situation. Now is better than perfect, right? This is real. All right. I will see you later.